Hey loves, welcome to the show. I am live and I am your host, Dee Shields. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about leadership that has a lot to do with not just workplace and community. We're also going to talk about relationships and family and, make it a little bit more personal and some of the things that I share with you today. These just tips, I am your girl, Dee Shields. You can follow me on social media. I am Dee Shields. Hashtag iamdeeshields. All right, so we'll be right back and we're going to be talking leadership.
Stuck in the past watching videos of us. I have been trying to get rid of your stuff, but voices in my head are telling me to stop. It's all I have left, all I have of you. Thought I was more than a body to hold, baby. I wanted you, wanted us to be something more. I was so sure, I let my guard down for you. Baby, why'd you have to love me like that? I gave you my heart and you tore it apart. Don't know why you had to hurt me like that. Cause now I'm messed up, drinking non-stop, just trying to forget you and everything we said. But I can't seem to get these thoughts out of my head. Baby, why'd you have to love me like that? Love me like that. Oh, staying inside in my bed all day long, listening to sad songs and feeling so low, thinking about you and where we went wrong. 'Cause I wanna know why you let me go. Thought I was more than a body to hold, baby. I wanted you, wanted us to be something more. I was so sure, I let my guard down for you. Baby, why'd you have to love me like that? I gave you my heart and you tore it apart.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. So I'm your host, Dee Shields, and we're going to be talking about leadership today. The number one thing that a leader knows, especially in today's time, is you need to present a better you. You need to present a healthier you inside and outside. You need to be working on you at all times. There should be a daily process of making sure that the you that you want to present on your team as being capable of handling whatever it is that you're putting out there. You need to make sure that you're working on a better you. Don't just be about it. Don't just, be about it, but don't just talk about it and present it on social and do it for the Instagram. Like, you literally need to be making sure that you are working on you. Meditation. There are days that if I forget to meditate, then I am going to be slipping in some areas. I'm going to come with a little tone that I didn't need to bring to the table. I am going to be defensive in responses and not hearing the person all the way out, right? Because I didn't take the time to start my day early, 3, 4s, 2:30 a.m. kind of starting your day to take time for you. That's why you get up that early. You go to bed early because you need to take time for you, because there are going to be times when you're going to have to be up into the middle of the late hours and you're going to lose sleep. So on the days that you can control it and it is within your control, you need to be keeping a pretty good schedule, right? And then great leadership is saying, I have to take care of me, so let me not take on too much so that I know that I can make time for the things that it takes to take care of me. A better me all the time. One of my favorite sayings, and it's just jokes, but I say it anyway, is I need my lemon and ginger tea. If I drink my lemon and ginger tea, I can like 8 people for 8 hours. And that's the life of an admin, right? So really, seriously though, you need to have that self-care in place, because without that, you are going to slip in some areas that are crucial to your well-being in that role, right? And can we just get some work ethic? I know. That was so far-fetched. these days because it's so old-fashioned, Mama D, as they say on the job, right? And I get it, but I just need a little bit of work ethic. I need a little less of you coming in and telling me, how things went with this guy that you met at the club or at the bar after work, and everything that you did and what y'all did in the back seat, and when you went to go take a whole bath, and then you went to his house, and then you got over there and some girl fought you, and then you came and you barely got some sleep, and girl, that's why I'm tired. Can we get a little less of that? Right? Have some work ethic. Know what to talk about, right? Know when to talk about it. Know when it's a good time for everybody to let their hair down that long, right? So you need to know what to bring to the tables to not taint the environment with all that negativity, because I'm just not a fan of people that have somebody different. I just really don't understand people that know 12 people in a year's time. Like, that's like a dude a month, and if you're doing more than a dude a month, then there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But we're not talking about relationships on this one. We're talking about leadership. Let me get back on topic. All right. And then hard work. Let's normalize hard work again. Let's normalize that you don't want to come and work all down to the bone and break every back, toe, and knee. I get that. But you do need to come work. Can I get you to show up? That taking a nap under your desk and laying down leaning on the wall, and I don't ever do shit at work, TikToks that went viral. Like, let's not do that. Like, can you come to work and give productivity in the best way that you can so that we can all go home on time? So that some of us are not the only one doing all the work, right? Right. All right. And then we said we're going to apply. A couple of these are going to be applying to relationships as well, right? So we're going to move back a little bit on that building a better you. Let's talk about, let's go ahead and talk about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. We might as well talk about it. I am Dee Shields, right? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. That Kim Burrell that went viral, I don't feel good about that. I really don't know much about the individual. Like, I'm a music follower, hashtag lyrics breakdown. Make sure you're supporting my podcast, Lyrics Breakdown, as well. But that Kim Burrell just showed a side that build a better you, Kim. Like, put a better you, like you have a major look down spirit. If that video is real and you're not putting on, and you shouldn't be putting on for the king, So if you are doing that every time you perform and you about God's business, I do need you to take some of these leadership tips into account, because that way of looking down on people and throwing all that shade and talking nasty to people and talking about people and all that, to me, it just speaks ethos as to what's going on inside of you. You're not happy with you. You're not all that, you guys are presenting things out there, and maybe that's not really your you, right? Like, you're not as happy as you're putting on. You're trying to go on the Jesus train and act like God always got you happy. Maybe you're not. If you can attack an auditorium or a church full of people with your nasty words. As far as the TD Jakes thing, I haven't seen that one yet. But I'm going to probably have something to say on that also. So bring some better work ethic, girl. What's your job? Check codes? Check them. Right? She just sings, right? So maybe step down from the podium trying to be funny, because you're not on Comedy Central. You're here to lead the Lord and lead the people into worship. So maybe just get in that lane. Get back over there and just go on and lead that worship if you're not going to bring really good work ethic to that microphone, right? And then work hard at being a better person. So that's how those three will apply to the community, all right? And we're going to talk about relationships for those. Building a better you. Present the better you. Even when somebody is treating you like they shouldn't be treating you like this, and you are going through something challenging, you need to know that there is going to be an out, because the universe always has a plan. So I don't want you to think that what you're going through, you're always going to be going through that. But build a better you during it. If something is happening to you and it's challenging your existence, then stop in that meditation time and ask, why is this happening to me? right? And if you're the one putting out the nasty in the relationship, then how can I be a better person to my lover, right? And that work ethic, work at that relationship. Put in the time that's needed. Put in the time, the hard work that it takes to build the best you that you can build, right? I think we're going to have to do a part 2 because this is a stage presentation and I'm trying to chop and screw it into one podcast. But we're going to go ahead and take a music break. But those things are for work. Those 3, build a better you. And if you know my show, then you may be new to the show. You may not know. Get a pen and paper and write these things down. So the first thing that I said was build a better you. And then we talked about work ethic. And then we talked about working hard, being a hard worker, presenting that best you, putting your all into what you bring to the table. Okay? All right. We're going to come back.
All I ever heard was noise. All I ever heard was noise over my Nintendo. All I ever heard was noise. All I ever heard was noise. Over my Nintendo.
You guys, we're back and we're talking leadership. So, relentless. Oh, can I say this to Wisdom? Hey, Wisdom, thank you guys so much. When I came off of Wisdom earlier after telling you what I was going to talk about, at the last minute, I saw Dale. Oh, I wanted to cry because I didn't look at my audience like I normally do. Hey, Dale. And I was really excited to see that the creator has stopped by my Wisdom Talk. So thank you so much for that. And the next time I'm on the microphone, I hope I do remember to look at the audience. I can see you and bring you on the mic because I just want to get a personal hello in. Alrighty, so we are now on Relentless. Like being relentless. I'm at this thing relentlessly. So if they say that I need to do some silly little reels to continue to build this podcast, then I'm doing the silly reels to continue to build the podcast, right? Like doing whatever it takes, believing in whatever it is that you do. You are the leader of this. So you need to believe what you believe in it and put your all into it, being relentless in doing what you do, right? And I'm the same place as an admin. I'm the same at work that I am on this microphone, right? So just understand that and just being relentless in the things that you do at work, in the community, in relationship, right? And then accountability. So relentless was that one. And now write down accountability. Accountability is a part of leadership. My bad. Say that to your church, Kim Burrell. Say that to the people. Say that to the followers of that belief system. My bad. I was wrong. I was out of line. I'm going to do the work that I need to do. I'm going to do a life coach sessions with Dee Shields, and she got me. Listen, be accountable for what you have done wrong, right? Saying it was my fault and what I did and how I did it or what I presented or I didn't complete that project, whatever. Hold yourself accountable. Accountability, being willing to say, my bad, my fault. I did do that this way, right? In the relationships, in the community, at work, that accountability always works, right? That one, you can never go wrong with those. So we talked about relentless and we just said accountability. All right. For those who are writing that down. Now, leaders need to have goals. You can't be led by someone who has no idea where they are going. Right? Harriet Tubman, good example, right? How am I going to continue to follow this railroad? And she does not know where she's going. No one would have went. You cannot continue being a leader if you do not know where you're going. If this is a short season or a long season, if this is a stop right now season, or I'm going to put my all into a season, where are you going? What are your goals? What do you plan to do? What pushes you? What creates pressure for you? You need to have real goals in place to lead people, right? You can't just be out there, free willy and I don't know what's going to happen and whatever happens, happens and all this other stuff. Like, you need to have a plan. Yes, living today, but do plan for tomorrow and do be wise to reflect on what happened yesterday, right? And then strive for something. Strive for something. Aim for something. Life is not about you just sitting there and getting through this next moment and at my break and looking at my nails and girl, did you know so and so? She be wearing them leggings and that just be showing her butt and dudes over there, who you hit last night, and y'all are off topic. Take that back to work ethic, right? But strive for something more than that. Be able to be so well-rounded that you can have a conversation with anyone, right? My professor used to say in college, you are so well-rounded, Dee. And I would receive it, but then I didn't really understand it. And then she would just give all these examples. And Dr. Erlin over there at UMHB, and I'm like, you know what? I guess I am, right? Look at the places that I've been, right? You need to be able to have conversations with everyone. Let's just give a few examples. Some of the places that I've been, some of the conversations that I've had. I've had a conversation at the White House twice as a guest. I'm a war widow. I've spoken to groups of soldiers about my loss, having conversations with everything from a private to a high-ranking general. Many private conversations. Sat and had conversations with, countless actors and artists at this point, right? Industry musicians, industry actors, industry actresses, right? Like, I can have well-rounded, keep myself really in the current events as often as I can, and always empathetic to other people and where they are, and meeting people where they are, and being able to have a conversation. I've had conversations with thugs, and I've had conversations with billionaires. I've sat in the room and took notes from millionaires and billionaires, right? Been able to be a part of the conversation and being respected for who I am, not being on that level, but being respected to sit at the table with those individuals. Right? Strive for something. Strive for bringing something better to the table. You will be shocked at the places that it'll take you. Right? You will be amazed at the places that it'll take you. Okay? So, and you never know what your situation is going to be. Right? I had no idea that I would be in a situation in some years where I would be at the White House having a conversation with Dr. Condoleezza Rice, and a direct conversation with President Bush, and a direct conversation with his wife. And who knew that I would be in these places, right? That's not a life that I was able to predict, but I prepare myself with these leadership skills throughout life so that I could be able to